If you're a man over 60 experiencing frequent nighttime urination, a sensation of incomplete bladder emptying, or prolonged waiting for urination to begin, it's crucial to pay close attention. These aren't merely age-related issues. They signal a deeper, more common bodily change than most men realize. As a prostate doctor, I've observed countless times that your prostate is calling for attention. Often, the root cause isn't your age, but rather your daily habits. Subtle, often unconscious actions can lead to an enlarged, heavier, and more problematic prostate. The good news is, by identifying and altering these habits, you can help your body regain balance, reduce pressure, and restore comfort. In this video, I'll reveal 3 common daily habits that subtly contribute to prostate enlargement and offer actionable alternatives. These habits are widespread, even among otherwise healthy men. However, their cumulative effect over time can stress your urinary system, ignite inflammation, and gradually disrupt your prostate's natural equilibrium. You'll gain insight into these habits, their significance, and simple changes you can implement today. If you're weary of discomfort, urgency, or feeling like your bladder dictates your life, this video is for you. Let me be clear, you are not destined to endure these symptoms. Your body possesses remarkable healing capabilities, especially when you eliminate persistent irritants. The first habit that gradually contributes to prostate enlargement is a simple, nearly universal one, especially when busy or avoiding public restrooms. Holding your urine for too long, while waiting a bit longer to finish an errand or get home, might seem harmless. Making this a daily pattern, frequently delaying urination for extended periods, creates pressure. This pressure isn't confined to the bladder, it impacts the entire prostate region. Your prostate sits directly beneath your bladder, encasing your urethra like a flexible collar through which urine exits. Imagine this tube surrounded by a ring. If that ring becomes swollen or tight, even slight changes can impede flow. When your bladder becomes overly full, whether from a long drive, postponing a bathroom break during a movie, or ignoring the urge while out, it expands both upwards and downwards. This downward pressure directly impacts the prostate, much like leaning on an already sensitive sponge. The more the bladder stretches, the more it presses against the prostate tissue, which is already working hard. Over time, this consistent pressure induces subtle but significant changes. The once flexible prostate becomes irritated, its tissue thickens, swelling occurs, and for many men, this sustained strain becomes a silent catalyst for prostate enlargement. Men who habitually delay urination, often believing they are toughing it out or waiting for convenience, frequently develop what we term bladder outlet obstruction. This condition occurs when the bladder is ready to empty, but the pathway is too constricted. The bladder muscle must exert greater effort to push urine through a tightened channel due, because the prostate has become enlarged and rigid. This is not only uncomfortable but can also lead to long-term weakening of the bladder. This habit may appear innocuous. What's a brief delay here or there? Yet to your body it's akin to repeatedly forcing a balloon to hold more air than its design allows, day after day. Eventually, it compromises the bladder's structure, tone, and function. Unlike a balloon, your bladder and prostate don't burst, they adapt, often in detrimental ways. If you consistently wait until the urge to urinate is almost unbearable, I gently urge you to alter this pattern. Begin to heed your bladder's signals earlier. Relieve yourself when you first feel the need, rather than when it becomes urgent. This earlier response alleviates pressure and helps maintain a healthier rhythm for your entire urinary system. While this might seem like a minor adjustment, over time, it can significantly lighten the burden on your prostate, providing the necessary space for it to calm down, heal, and gradually reduce in size. Now, let's explore the second habit, which often surprises men because it initially appears entirely unrelated: ignoring constipation. When your bowel is filled with compacted stool, especially due to a fiber-deficient diet, this exerts direct pressure against the back of your prostate. This isn't momentary pressure, it's constant, akin to a brick pressing against a sponge all day, every day. It stresses the prostate tissue, restricts circulation, irritates nerves, and triggers low-grade inflammation that doesn't remain confined to the colon. Instead, it spreads to surrounding structures, including the prostate. And here's the critical point. Over time, this chronic inflammation is a major contributor to benign prostatic hyperplasia, commonly known as an enlarged prostate. But the impact doesn't stop there. Constipation also disrupts your internal chemistry. When stool remains in the body for too long, it imbalances your gut bacteria, the delicate ecosystem within your digestive tract. This imbalance leads to systemic inflammation, affecting everything from your immune system to your prostate. The modern diet, particularly for older adults, often contains high levels of refined carbohydrates, insufficient fiber, and an abundance of processed foods, cheese, red meat, and inadequate water intake. These dietary choices slow down digestion, dry out stool, and cause bowel backup, sometimes without immediate noticeable symptoms. What begins as occasional sluggishness escalates into a vicious cycle. Constipation creates pressure, which inflames the prostate. This inflammation exacerbates swelling, which in turn worsens your urinary symptoms. Therefore, if your bowel movements are irregular, or if your stools are hard, dry, or require straining, your prostate may be bearing the brunt of this imbalance. Fortunately, a solution is readily available. You can gently increase your fiber intake through natural, soothing sources. Consider incorporating more cooked vegetables, fruits like prunes or pears, whole grains such as oats, and simple digestive aids like chia seeds or ground flax seeds. These foods not only soften stools and enhance bowel transit, but they also reduce the internal pressure on your prostate from the inside out. When your bowels function freely and completely, your prostate finally gets a chance to relax. It's like clearing a congested hallway. Everything flows more smoothly when the path is unobstructed. Now, let's discuss the third habit, an incredibly common one, particularly during retirement when routines often slow down and comfort takes precedence over activity. Prolonged periods of sitting without movement. Whether you're unwinding in front of the TV, sitting at a desk with a cup of tea, browsing on your phone, or engrossed in a good book in your favorite armchair, hours can quickly slip by, leaving your body inactive for far too long. What feels relaxing externally can actually lead to internal stagnation. You see, the pelvic area, home to your bladder, colon, and prostate, is designed for subtle, continuous motion. It thrives on circulation, requiring consistent blood flow and gentle movement to ensure nutrients are delivered and waste products are effectively carried away. However, when you remain seated for extended durations, this lower part of your body stagnates. Circulation slows, the free flow of oxygen and nutrients diminishes, and lymphatic drainage weakens. This reduction in efficiency means your body becomes less adept at removing toxins and inflammatory waste. Consequently, these byproducts begin to accumulate precisely in the region where your prostate resides. The prostate is a soft, delicate gland, not designed to withstand constant stagnation. Like any living tissue, it depends on robust blood flow to maintain its health. When this flow is restricted for hours each day, the prostate can become inflamed, swollen, and irritated. Over time, this contributes to the slow, silent growth characteristic of prostate enlargement. Men who habitually sit for long periods daily without integrating movement are significantly more prone to developing pelvic tension, chronic low-level inflammation, and ultimately, prostate enlargement. This often occurs without obvious symptoms until discomfort, urgency, or disrupted sleep manifest months or even years later. This is why I advocate for what I call movement snacks throughout the day. These are brief, simple bursts of gentle activity, just enough to stimulate your circulation and remind your pelvic area that it is still active and vital. There's no need for jogging or intense sweating. Even modest actions like standing up every 30 to 40 minutes, walking across a room, taking a few deep breaths while gently swinging your legs, or performing some lower back stretches can revitalize that part of your body. Imagine your prostate as a sponge. If it's never squeezed or moved, it begins to stiffen and collect waste. But with even a little movement, you help that sponge remain soft, fresh, and well-nourished. Movement isn't solely about staying in shape. It's about preserving the core of your body as vibrant, alive, and responsive. This is especially true for those hidden internal parts you don't see, but which profoundly influence your comfort, energy, and overall quality of life. Even a few mindful minutes of movement every hour can help maintain a healthier prostate for years to come. So now you are informed. 3 subtle, everyday habits that gradually contribute to prostate enlargement: holding your urine too long, neglecting adequate fiber intake, and prolonged sitting without movement. These issues aren't dramatic, yet their insidious nature makes them dangerous. They creep in quietly, and over years, they culminate in a world of discomfort, urgency, and frustration. But here lies the empowering truth. Every one of these habits can be changed, gently, progressively, and with care. There's no need for a complete life overhaul or to start from scratch. You simply need to cultivate an awareness of how your daily choices impact your prostate. I have witnessed men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s achieve significant improvements in their symptoms, reduce nighttime bathroom visits, regain stronger urinary flow, and feel more at ease in their own bodies simply by adjusting these fundamental behaviors. Therefore, if you've been experiencing frustration, discomfort, or even a hint of apprehension about what's happening down there, take a deep breath. You are not alone, and you are not powerless. Your prostate does not need to control your life. You have the capacity to care for it, just as it has diligently tried to care for you. If you found this video beneficial, please subscribe and share it with a friend. Sometimes, the most profound changes originate from the smallest pieces of knowledge. Thank you for watching. And remember, your health journey isn't behind you. It's within your grasp, and the best is yet to unfold.